Hello and welcome to the next Xero tutorial, you legends. In this example, we're going to look at recurring invoices. What are recurring invoices? They are invoices that Xero automatically prepares every single month without you having to manually do it. It is good in situations for when there's lots of recurring revenue that are always the same amounts most months that you invoice. So it might be, for example, if you have retainer clients, or if you have a payment plan where the customer owes you the same amount multiple times. What we do in this situation is, instead of the typical way you go in and raise an invoice, which is where you'd normally go into new invoice, but in this situation, we can go to new repeating invoice, so you can set the duration here, so you can say how many weeks, how many months. In this case, we've got a recurring monthly invoice. We can say the first invoice date is going to be, let's say, end of this month, and then let's say it's going to be 14-day payment terms. You can do the following month, and then you can also set this by the day of the current month, and days after the end of the invoice month, for example. So there's a bit of flexibility there for you. And what you're going to do here is that you set this, and then you can decide, is it going to save as draft? That's good when you need to review it. Or is it going to approve straight away? Or is it going to approve for sending? So if you think this invoice amount might change every month, you'd probably just go save as draft. If you're confident that this wouldn't change too much, then you should just go approve. You can put an end date as well, like let's say, for example, it was a 12-month duration. Then it no longer creates another after that period. What you do here is that you find one of your contacts. So let's say this is for Bankrock Station. You don't have to put a placeholder, but for this, we're just going to go monthly retainer. And then here you just go monthly services per engagement letter as an example. In this situation, let's say it's going to be for $3,000 a month. And then you just code it to your specific sales code here. And that's all you have to do, and then you'd go save, and then now you've got a repeating invoice. What's going to now happen every time that this invoice has a monthly due date? This is going to move from repeating, and that's going to be sitting in awaiting payment because it's been automatically approved. And you'll see that as soon as it hits the invoice date. And then basically, these just save down here in repeating, so you can just review this every month if you need to make any changes to the repeating invoice. So this is a great way to save a lot of time because it means that you don't have to consistently raise invoices every month. And it makes it super easy for you. Thanks for listening to this. Drop us a comment if you have any questions. Otherwise, see you soon.